Welcome to the Hebrew class for this week, and we are already at the end of Yehuchanan John 10, so now we are doing a revision class, and it's a revision part A, which extends from verse 1 to verse 20. So let us now begin with our class, and firstly, of course, we just review the valve marking, which is called Nikud, and of course I've included the useful resources and how to use the valves for anyone who's still not 100% sure. So let us now begin with the first part, and we're starting from verse 1. And what do we see? We read through it, and it is Amen, Amen. This could be a long E sound, Amen, Amen, which can mean truly, truly. Ani, I, Omer, say, or I'm saying, Lakem, to you, Ish, a man, Asher, that, lo not, Yavo, shall come, derek, meaning the way. So let's see the translation. Truly, truly, I say to you, and it's plural, a man that not shall come the way. Then we have the next line, which is ha-sha'ar, which means literally of the gate. And then it is el-to mikla, mikla. And that means literally to the lockup, to the pen, we could say, right? Hatson, meaning the sheep. Ki, for, if, ya'ale, shall get into, we could say, baderecht, in the way. Right, and let's see, the translation is of the gate, to the lockup, of the sheep, for if shall get into, in a way, acher, which can mean another, ganav, ganav, meaning a thief, who, he, ufaritz, and a robber. Another, a thief, he, and a robber. Right, moving to the next slide. And again, we can see we're in Bet, which is verse 2. And it is va'asher. And it could be that, or whom, if we're talking about a person. Yavo, meaning shall come. Derech, meaning away. Ha-sha'ar, of the gate. Who, he, ro'eh, the shepherd. Ha-son, of the sheep. Right, now let's see the translation. Of whom shall come the way of the gate. He is the shepherd of the sheep. Right, now the next line. Gimel, meaning 3, value of 3. Lo, now because of the vav, it's to him. Yiftach, it's got the word ptach in it, meaning shall open. Shomer, which is the same word to guard or keep. So it's the keeper, the guard, the one guarding, right? Ha petach, meaning the opening, the door is often translated, but literally the opening. Vahatson, and the sheep, et kolo, his voice, that's a grammar marker, and his voice. Tishmanu, na. The na means they shall, with the tav, hear. They shall hear. Right, now let's just see it again. To him shall open the one guarding the opening, and the sheep, grammar marker, his voice, they shall hear. Then we have the next one, which is the who. And he, let so know to his, the his is the end, sheep, son, ba shem, in the name, yikra, shall call, the yocem, and bring them out. Because we've got a word there which literally means like yatsa, which is to go out. Right, and this is your translation. And he to his sheep, in a name he shall call, and bring them out. And now we turn to the next page, and we see it's a dalet, which has a value of 4. Therefore, it's the fourth verse. Va'achare, which means and after, hotzio, he brings out, et, grammar marker, sono, his sheep, va'avor, and he shall pass, because it's got the word avor, which means to cross over or pass. Lifnei hen. Lifnei meaning before, and hen is them. And let's look at the translation. And after his bringing out, grammar marker, his sheep, he shall pass before them. And we get here, the hatson, and the sheep, whole cot, meaning to follow, because it comes from the word holok, or halak, which means to follow, to walk. And then we got acharev, meaning after him. Ki, for, yadu, they do know, or they know. Et, grammar marker, kolo, his voice. Right, and there's our translation. And the sheep follow after him, for they know, grammar marker, his voice. And the last line, again, a he, value of 5. And then we have va'achare, and after zar, a stranger. Zar is the word for stranger or foreigner. Lo not, te lak na, meaning they will follow. Because na again, like before, means they, and the tav means shall or will, an incomplete action, follow. Ki, for, im, and together these two can mean but, tivrachna, which means they, that's the na again, they will or shall, and then we got varach, meaning flee, they will flee. Mi pa nav, from his face, And now let's see the translation. And after a stranger, not they will follow, but they shall flee from his face. Okay, now we turn to the last part of 5, and it's et, grammar marker, kol, meaning voice. So we've come across that already, meaning the voice, ha, zarim. Now we know zar meant a foreigner, so therefore the voice of strangers, that's plural with the im at the end, Lo not yada'u. They know, or they do know. Grammar marker, the voice of strangers not they know. Right, now moving on again, and we are in Vav, which has a value of 6. And we get ha-ma-shal. Ha-ma-shal. So what does ha-ma-shal mean? A mashal is a proverb. And the proverb, ha-ze, this, di-bear, spoke. When it's di-bear, it means to speak, whereas davar means a word. Yahushua, that's the master, be'aznehem. In there, the bet is in, there is hem, and azne means ears, in their ears. The hemma, and they, hema can mean they, lo not yadu, they did know. Right. The proverb, this spoke Yahushua in their ears, and they not, they did know. And then we come down to the next line. Ma, meaning what? Ha, da, var. Now this time it's different than up there, right? It means the word. What the word, and normally we say was, just to put it in context. Asher, that or which. Diber, meaning to speak again, spoke. Alehem, which is like he spoke. When there's no pronoun, it means he spoke. Ale mean unto, hem, them. So what the word was which he spoke unto them. Then we have Zion, which has a value of 7. And we have Va-Yosef. Now we know Yosef means, if we look in the Old Testament, it means to add. Right? So then, and added. That's how we could explain that. Yahushua, our master, Ve-da-bear, and said. Again, because we've got the bear in there, it's to speak, right? And said, because Yadaber means to speak, and Vayadaber means spoke, and spoke literally. And it can be translated, and said. Elehem, unto them, amen, truly, amen, truly, ani, I, Omer, say. Again, with the air, it's like a meaning to speak, right? So say, or saying, I am saying. That's how it can be translated. And added Yahushua and said unto them, truly, truly, I am saying. Why is it saying instead of I say? Because it's a participle. It's got the omer, which literally can be a participle, meaning saying. Now we move on. And we're now up to this part. Again, it's 7, but it's part B. Lakem, meaning to them. Ani, which of course means I, or I am. Either one. So I am is better because it's here who, which is he. Patach, petach, petach, meaning the entrance or the opening. Hatzon, of the sheep. Right, so then we says, I'm saying to you, I am he, the entrance, meaning the opening for the sheep. And then we have chet, which has a value of 8. Kol, which means all. Ashir, that. Ba'u, they. This is the they at the end. And ba can mean came. They came. Fanav, before me, because the yod is me, and fanav, or fanay, can mean face or before. Before me, ganavim. Well, we remember that ganav was a robber, so therefore it's a plural. Thieves. Thieves are robbers, right? Thieves. Hema, they. Ufaritzim, and robbers. There's a slight difference between thief and robber. This is robbers, which are the same as thieves, I guess, in a sense. It's just two words with the same basic meaning. Vahatson, and the sheep. So it is. All that they came before me, thieves, they, and robbers, and the sheep. Lo not, shamu, we know shema means to hear, they hear. Right? So not, and it's often translated, not they listen. Le kolam, to their voice. Because we know kol means voice, but the mem, sofit at the end, meaning them, their or them, right? To their voice. Not they listen, to their voice. Right. Now let's move. We're in verse, this is a tet, it's a value of 9. We're in verse 9. Anoki, which of course means, again, I, or I am. Ha-pe-pa-tach, ha-patach, meaning the opening, the door, the entrance. Ish, a man. Ki, that. Yavo, comes. Vi, by me. Literally it's in me, but by me is normally how it's translated. Yivashea, he shall be saved. Uvseto, and in his going out. Because again we got, it comes from the term yatsa, which means to depart, to go out. And in his going out, uv vo o, and in his coming, because vo can mean to come, right? And in his coming in is how it will be translated. So I am the entrance. A man that shall come by me, he shall be saved, and in his going out and his coming in, yim sa. Well, we see matzah, which means to find. So therefore it's going to be shall find, mireh. So mireh means pasture. Shall find pasture. And then we have yod, which has a value of 10, and it's ha-ganav. Ha-ganav. The thief, lo not, yavo, shall come. And then ki im, together means but, lignov. Lignov means to rob, because the lamed, it's a verb. It's got a lamed meaning to, and ganov means robbing or to rob. The la harog, and harog or harag means to kill, and to kill. ul aved, and to destroy, because we know aved means to destroy. Aved would be to destroy and to destroy. Va'ani, and I, because that can always be I or I am, depending on how to read the context. The thief not shall come, but, because it relates to both of them, to rob and to kill and to destroy. And I, and then we have va-ti. So va, we should know means to come. So therefore, in context, I, the yod at the end, I came, lahavi, to bring, lahem, to them, chayim, which is the plural of life, lo, and mala means to fill, and fill up. Sif kam, right? Sif kam means their supply. Again, we've got a mem at the end meaning their, and we've got the root word here means supply or provision, their supply. I came to bring to them life and fill up their supply. Right, and then we have a yod, 10, aleph, 1. That's 11. Anuki, which again, of course, can mean I or I am. So in this case, let's say it means I am, who, he, ha-ro-e, which means the shepherd, ha-tov, meaning the good. Ha-ro-e, the shepherd, ha-tov, the good, yitan, will give, et grammar marker, nafsho, which means his soul or his life. I am he, the shepherd, the good. The shepherd, the good, will give, grammar marker, his soul or his life. Ba'ad, ba'ad meaning on behalf. So know his sheep. On behalf of his sheep. And then we have a yod 10, veyet 2, which is 12. The ha-sakir, which is, and the hired worker. Asher, that, lo, not ro-a, meaning the shepherd, or not a shepherd. Who, he, the hatson, and the sheep. Lo, not, so, no, meaning his sheep. They are not his sheep. Right. And the hired worker that is not literally, I guess, the shepherd. He is, and the sheep, not his sheep. Right. Then we turn to part B of 12 and we get who, which again must mean he, or it can even mean is. But he, in this case, Yireh, shall see, ki var, which means that has come, that you could say that come or that came, ha-ze'ev, meaning the wolf, ha-ze'ev is the wolf, the azav, and abandons. Azav is to abandon. Et, grammar marker, hatson, the sheep, vanas, and flees. Nas mean to flee. Vahazev, and the wolf. Let's see. He shall see that has come the wolf and abandons grammar marker the sheep and flees, and the wolf yachatov, yachatov means shall snatch, to snatch or kidnap. The he fits, the he fits, meaning and scatter. Et grammar marker hatzon the sheep, shall snatch and scatter grammar marker the sheep. And then we have a Yod 10, Gimel 3, so we're in 13. Ha-sakir, the hired worker. Yanus, shall flee, ki for sakir, a hired worker again. So it's the same word as there, right? Who, he, or he is, va lo, and not yidag, is concerned, latson, for the sheep. The hired worker shall flee for a hired worker. He is, and not is concerned for the sheep. And then we have a Yod, value of 10, Dalet, value of 4. Ani, and again we have I am. Ha-ro-e, meaning the shepherd. Ha-tov, meaning the good. Va-ya-da-ti, and I know. It's a completed action. Et, grammar marker. Ashir, what? Li, to me. What is to me is how they often translate, or it can be what to me. V'nodati, and I become known. See, with the nun in front of it, nodati, it means I become known, and I become known. I am the shepherd, the good, and I know, grammar marker, what to me, or what is mine is how they translate it, and I become known. And we have la asher, which is to whom, li, which is for me, to whom, for me. Then we have a tet, value of 9, vav, value of 6. Add them together, we're up to 15. Ka'asher, which is like that, or it'll be translated often just as ha'av, meaning the father, yodea, knows, or is knowing, oti, me, va'ani, and I, yadati, I know, et, grammar marker, ha'av, the father, the et, grammar marker, nafshi, meaning and my soul. Like that, or just as, the Father knows me, and I know, grammar marker, the Father, and my soul. Eten, right? Eten. And it's got the pronoun at the beginning here, which is I give, because Natan is the word for to give, but the nun's dropped off and we got an aleph there, meaning I give. But be'ad, meaning on behalf, hatzon, the sheep. I give on behalf of the sheep. So my life or my soul I give on behind. Because nafsho can be like being, my being, my all, we could say, my soul, my life. All right. And now we're up to, and it's a tet again and Zion. So tet is 9, Zion is 7, 9 and 7 is 16. Then we get Vatzon, and the sheep. All right, and sheep, or the sheep, it's literally without the hay in front of it. Cherot, other, so therefore they translate it and sheep instead of the sheep. It's and sheep, and then cherot, meaning others. Yesh, have, li, to me, have to me, or have for me. Asher, that, a none mean not they, and because we've got the nun at the end, it's a pronoun. And means not they. Min, from, ha mikla, from the fold. Ha zot, this. And sheep other, have for me that, not they, from the fold this. Then we have the alai, which is and regarding me, we could say, and to me, or regarding me. Le na hel, which is to lead, and regarding me, to lead. Gum, also, o tan, also them. The tishmana, and they shall hear. Right, and they shall hear. Koli, my voice. The ha-ya, and become, or and shall be, because haya was like past, but with the vav in front of it, it's like a future. So and become, it's happening. Eder, meaning a flock. Eder is a flock. Echad, meaning one. And regarding me, to lead also them, and they shall hear my voice and become a flock one. And we got ro a, and the shepherd, and a shepherd, because it's not, hasn't got a hey, so it's and a shepherd. Echad, one. All right, and a shepherd, one. That means there's one flock and one shepherd. That's what he's saying there. And then we have Yod Zion, which is 10 and 7, which is 17. Al Ken, which should mean therefore. Therefore, or it can mean about so. O have, loves, O-T, me, because it's the yod at the end that tells us it means me. Avi, my father, because again it's the yod at the end that tells us it's my father. Ki, for, et, grammar marker, nafshi, my soul or my life, eten, I give, le, ma'an, so that, or for the sake of, so that, therefore, loves me my Father. For, grammar marker, my soul or life I give, so that, ashuv, I return, or I may return, the eka, ha. So the ha. and I take it. And then they add to that back, and I take it back. That I may return, and I take it back. Then we have a Yod 10, Chet 8. That's 18. The ish, and a man, lo not yikachena, shall take it, or they shall take it. Me'iti, from me. The mem is from, iti is me, my. Ki for im. It could be for if, we can use that, or it can mean but. Ani, I. Me at me, from myself, because we know that atzma or atsem means specifically me, myself, oneself. From myself, etenena, meaning I, and tenena is literally shall give, or give it, right? The na can mean, again, it can mean it. So I give it. I give it. And a man not shall take it from me, for if, or but is probably better there, but I, from myself, I give it. And then we have the second part of 18, which is yesh, right? And yesh means, it can mean it is, there is. Ba yadi, in, that's the bet, yadi meaning my hand. It is, or there is, in my hand. La tet, to give. Again, it stems from natan, but it's a different form of it. It still means to give. O ta, meaning it can mean it, meaning my life. Uv yadi, and in my hand. And in my hand, la shuv, to return. Le kach ta, to take it. To return, you can say to return and take it, though there's no and in there, I'm just trying to put it in context. Ha mitzvah, meaning the commandment. We know mitzvah means the commandment. Ha zot, meaning this. It is in my hand to give it, and in my hand to return, to take it. The commandment this, ki balti, which is I have received. Me'im, from being with, or from with, because im can mean with, from with, avi, my father. So I've translated I have received, from being with, I put the being in brackets, my father. And then we have a Yod 10, Tet 9. So we're in 19. Va to he, and there was, because the tav makes it like second person. So, and there was machaloket, meaning a disagreement, an argument, we could say. Gam also, ba pa'am, in the time, in the occasion, also in the occasion, because pa'am literally means time or occasion, right? Hazot, this, being between ha-Yehudim, the Jews. And there was a disagreement also in the occasion this, between the Yehudim. Al, which means concerning, about. Ha-devarim, meaning the words. Ha-ele, these. Concerning the words, these. And then we have a kaf, value of 20. Va-yom ru. And they said. Rabbim, meaning many. We know the rabbi or rabbi means great one, so Rav means many or great. So it's many in this case. Mehem, from them. And this is shade, from them. Shade is a devil. Bo, in him. Shuga, and crazy. Who, he. Lama, for what or for what purpose? Tishma'u, you will listen or you will hear. And they said many from them, a devil in him, and crazy he. For what purpose? You will listen. Oops, go back to them. And it finishes with elev, which is to him or unto him, as you've got it there. And that brings us to the last part of that, our revision. Hopefully some of that, if you've gone through it, you have worked it out. And you can also pause it if you want to check that you know what it says. You can always pause it before I bring up the translation or before I tell you it. And just see how you go. So now we come again to the vowel markings. Hopefully you are very familiar with them. And just remember that the sounds here are oo, e, I, a, e, ka. So it's a longer A sound there, right? So I'll leave it there. That just gives us the vowel markings. And of course, 1 to 20, you can practice and you can look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you've got 11, 12, 13, 14. You're just using the yod with the other letters up to. But we have a strange one where we use tet and vav to give you 15. And 16 is also a strange one, which we had there. So hopefully all this is helpful to you. We want to wish you a Shavua Tov. And I just pray that if you listen to this, then hopefully you've already gone through the other lessons, or you know enough of the Hebrew to just practice the revisions. And we just thank you for joining us, and we wish you Shavua Tov, a good week. Thank you.